Nice racking her ass Brazilian. Just turned 21, but my bank's a million. Swear I'm a little drunk, but it's a hell of a feeling. Got so damn high.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Robros here, back again with another YouTube video. And today I kind of wanted to look at a Reddit post in the Reddit r/nosleep. It's a scary story. It has 925 upvotes. Thought we could check it out, check out the story, and just have a pretty nice time. And I know it's been an embarrassing long time since I uploaded last. But it's just because, I had school and stuff. I had to figure that out. So, let's just check out this here story. So, it's called, I Hope My Cousin Made Up This Campfire Story. To make it a little bit shorter, I'll just tell you, basically, he just had their mom and dad were asleep in the tents, and they were telling campfire stories, and his name is Adam, who was gonna do the campfire, who was gonna tell the story, and that's not his real name, by the way. So basically, here is the actual just story part. So basically, he said Adam, it's your turn. Jack said, who is the main person, but it's not his real name. I don't want to do this. It's stupid. Hold on, let me find it. Alright. This happened a month ago. You're not going to believe me, but I swear it's true. You know Mr. Jeffries, he said. Turning to Jack, Mr. Jeffries was their neighbor until very recently. He was about 50, lived alone with his cat, and used to tell us all about how weird he was. Randomly leaving the house at strange times, boarding up all his windows, and having a TV constantly blaring in. It would sound like every room of the house. One time, Greg and I decided to sneak into his house. I know you guys aren't going to believe me, so shut up before you interrupt and just let me explain. We figured out he always left his house at 6 a.m. for a couple of hours each Saturday. You know, just what you would normally do. You get suspicious of your neighbor, and you do hello neighbor in real life. Pretty normal stuff here so far. And we decided to sneak in to see if he was a kidnapper or something. Climbed over the fence using the stepladder and crawled through the cat flap of his back door. So basically, this is just them investigating, and it's and we heard a key in the door, and he caught us. As soon as he saw people in the house, he pulled a knife out of his pocket, wielding it until he realized we were kids, he said. I thought we were gonna die, but then he kind of calmed down. He's like, What you doing in here, bud? And he sounds pretty calm for just two kids to be in their house. So, and then, he was scared of us. Wait, I thought we were, but then he kind of calmed down and asked what we were doing here. He was shaking. It was weird, he was scared of us. Greg's big mouth told him we thought he was kidnapping people or something, and that our parents knew we were here. And if he did anything to us, the police would come. And Mr. Jeffries started laughing. Yep, definitely what you do when someone accuses you of being a kidnapper. Or, thinks you're a kidnapper. You start laughing at them. So basically, he laughed for a while and then stopped and kind of went quiet. And suddenly, he just looked tired and old and said, I wasn't scared of him anymore, he said. You kids are stupid. I don't kidnap people. I'm not going to hurt you. Get out of my house. You're lucky I'm not going to tell your boy parents, because I was just as bad as your age. He moved out of the doorway and gestured for us to leave. We walked outside and Greg immediately pulled, but for some reason, I don't know why, I turned around and asked why his windows were boarded up, why the TV was on. I guess I just want to know. I'm kicked out at a rock by the fire. This was the longest any of us has ever listened to a story without butting in or making a joke. He said, "Because I'm scared, son. When I was a kid, something happened. Kind of like this. Thing is, the person I thought was the bad guy ended up being a very bad guy." And I'm just going to skip to the story because I don't want this video to be too long. When Mr. Jeffries, basically this is the story of what happened, because Mr. Jeffries was 12, he hung around with 2 other guys from school. They were best friends and they used to go exploring by the river where they lived. They used to have to sneak off because around that time 2 women from the neighborhood had gone missing a couple of times. They noticed a strange guy kind of lurking around a particular bend of the river, always appearing just as they were heading home when the sun went down. One of his friends got this idea that maybe he was responsible for the missing women. They decided they should spy on him. And they came back the next day with binoculars, a notebook, and Mr. Jeffries' dad. Camera that he took without asking. They lied to their parents. Then they were having a sleepover and hid in the reeds near that river bend. Apparently, they were 5 minutes away from leaving when the guy appeared, checking his watch. They started taking photos. Ooh, that's kind of weird. Taking photos of people. I see. Maybe 10 minutes later, a young woman arrived, and well, they were right about the man. He hurt her. When she wouldn't do what he asked, they were freaking out about what to do. But as this woman was screaming, they decided to jump out from the hiding and try to help. But this guy, who was young and strong, and pushed the woman down and started chasing Mr. Jeffries and his friends. Mr. Jeffries dropped the camera as he ran. They all ran for their lives, but the only one who did cross country was Mr. Jeffries, and the others couldn't keep up. He kept running all the way home. He told his mom. They called the police and everyone went out looking for the boys and this man, but they found nothing. Mr. Jeffries took the police to the river bend, but there was nothing. No camera, no woman, no friends. He never found the guy. Mr. Jeffries' family moved to a different town within a couple of weeks. And then they basically invite him to his house for dinner because he felt bad. He was there on time, and he even brought a bottle of wine and looked like he tried to clean himself up. Everything was going really well, and he was getting along pretty okay with Mom and Dad. Until he and Dad started talking about some book, and he walked over to the bookcase next to the kitchen. He immediately went white, started shaking, said he had to go. He wasn't feeling well. He practically ran out the door. Mom and Dad felt super sorry for him. Mom said he must have social anxiety. Really early the next morning, I heard noises outside and looked out the window. It must have been before 5 a.m. or something. I saw Mr. Jeffries out the front of his house, packing up all his stuff into his car. I snuck downstairs as quietly as I could, headed outside and walked over to him. He jumped when he saw me and seemed almost scared of me. I asked him what was wrong. He kept packing and didn't respond. But as he got into his car to leave, he looked at me right in the eyes and said, "Son, I may be old, and I don't know if I can trust you. But you have no way of knowing where I'm heading to. So here goes nothing. That man I saw in the photograph on your bookcase, that was the man who killed those girls and my friends. That's the man I'm hiding from." Adam swallowed, voice trembling. It was a photo of Grandpa. Okay, that's good. That's gonna be the rest of the video, or that was the rest of the story. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's been so long since I uploaded, and I hope this is good enough for you. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't sleep, because this is scary stuff. See you guys in the next video. See ya. Bye.